Not yet, not yet. Yes, please go live, please go live. Hello, my yokos. This is your magnanimous, magnificent, coming to you live from the land of smiles and kimchi. And we're back on our Gamerween grind. I'm having difficulties running the stream as of late, and please bear with me. I did actually rectify the problem for the most part. It's just that, like I said, there's firmware issues with my Elgato card. It's an older model, HC60, so I think eventually, unfortunately, Corsair is gonna try to phase it out. By then, I'll probably need to move on to a better Elgato. But anyways, I'm gonna go to the actual room so I could join you lovely folks. And let's have fun playing a game together. Oh good, I don't have to adjust the title. That's one good thing about streaming it using the method I'm using. I might make a video on what to do if you're locked out of a social network, like the firmware on a video card. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a video like that. It would take some time to create, but I think I could do a decent job explaining what to do. Anyways, with all the technical stuff put aside, let's go ahead and... Why do you do this to me, Facebook? Why? Why, Facebook? Why? Hold on a second. Boomer Book is giving me problems. It's not one device is another. Okay. No to notifications. Alright, I'm like literally logged in. Is it gonna tell me to submit my phone number? That would be cute. Let's put it on story and newsfeed, I guess. It's not really newsworthy. So I'll just do it on story. Yeah, and then copy, drop it in the Gamers United group. And then drop it on Twitter. Oh, I got like 3 notifications. Let's see. I have a Japanese related question. Alright, what's the difference between mods and deaths? Simply put, mods is like present continuous polite form, and des is like the copula for like ending sentences. This is like the catch-all for kind of saying am or is, and mas is like more for like verbs and adjectives. I mean, you'd have to like actually look at a Japanese grammar book to get more of a detailed explanation. But yeah, more or less that's the difference. It's a good beginner question though. Something. Yeah. This is where I wrote the person. Mas is more for verbs and adjectives, and des is for am and is, but is a copula affirming something. Yeah, I don't get too many language related questions as of late, but like when I started the channel, I did like a lot of foreign language streams. Mainly Yakuza and Japanese games, of course. But now I could probably run a Korean stream, although my Korean's a bit shaky. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and submit that. Let me see. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that was pretty much it. I always like to mention things off the social media feeds whenever they're interesting. All right. Anyways, I dropped my Twitter feed link. I'm gonna go ahead and begin now. All right. So, even if based on proven medical knowledge from 1918, Vampyr sometimes takes liberties when establishing possible links between scientific theories and supernatural creatures for theatrical purposes. Really, do you need to say that in a work of fiction about vampires? In other words, do not try to cure any disease with any of the recipes shown in this video game. And no rats were harmed during the making of this game. Oh, so they treated Splinter with kindness. Vampire, every action you take can have consequences. Whenever this symbol is displayed on your screen and autosave is in progress, do not close the game when this icon is displayed. Take responsibility for your actions. So, from what I was told, this is very much like Vampyr the Masquerade, the board game. Which eventually I do want to play the Vampyr the Masquerade series. Yeah, I do want to eventually play the VTM series, as I have actually played the board game VTM. I like Malkavians and Ventures, if anyone knows what that is. I imagine Vampyr is going to follow the Venture archetype. as that's like the most popular role-playing one of the clans. Though it'd be funny as fuck if they did it'd be funny as fuck if they did Malkavian though. Someone needs to do a whoa, what's this? Is this a clicky? Alright, let's see what our options are. Alright, video. HUD visibility. Yeah, we'll keep that on. I'm not that familiar with the game. Gameplay. What are our controls? Offhand attack, main attack. That is probably a tutorial for it. Set. Mission reminder. Okay, that's cool. It has some things to make it friendly. Audio. Everything's at 10. Good. Let's put the name of speaker on. That actually helps me follow the story better. Yeah. I go through the credits except I don't want to get started. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Story mode. Play Vampire with a low challenge. This is kind of an important part of the experience, but will allow you to enjoy the game and explore with a little danger. Combat is very easy. There is no reward for finishing this mode without killing any citizens. There is no reward for finishing this mode without killing any citizens. Okay. Alright, so play the original Vampire experience. Character progression is faster if you kill citizens. Wait, character progression is faster if you kill citizens? That makes me want to kill them. Combat difficulty is linked to the number of citizens you killed. You will not be able to change difficulty during your playthrough. Oh, good. So there's no hand holding. So I'll just go with normal for now. I rarely, if ever, play on easy. Usually normal does it for me. I mean, I'm not a try hard at games. I mean, the game, I take that back. It depends on the game and how much I like it. Like something like Symphony of Night, I'm mapping the whole damn thing out. But if it's something like this...
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone.
I'm not sure.
8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
So I wonder, should I go at this like purely good, or should I try to be as evil as possible?
Was plucked from the sacred tree. Mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending. 'Ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. 'Tis Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
Oh, is that my character getting turned? Alright, so I assume this is the tutorial mode, if there is one.
So thirsty.
Do I just bite? I need a snack, I think. It's teaching me how to play. Oh. Oh, he knows her.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. Mary. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Yeah, you killed her. Time to atone. Atone with lead. Please fuck that, I'm getting out of here.
Fancy clothes!
No, don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Let's try up here. I can't jump.
This can't be happening.
Over there!
Oh.
No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done?
Mary. Mary.
Shit, where'd it go? Now, I can defend myself.
Oh, I'm not good.
Over there!
Who are you? Stay back!
Oh. Gonna go through without killing him? Since actions have consequences.
Who are you? Stupid beast!
Let me through.
Leech spotted! Watch
No,
out!
please, stop!
That's what you do with leeches.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fight.
Who are you?
I don't want to kill him. Wait. Oh! I'm hearing actions have consequences. The blood is fastest way to evolve. I could just kill them. It would be self-defense technically.
Who are you?
There's one of them vermin.
Oh, come on. Let me through.
Doesn't like fire, does it?
Sorry.
Over there! There's one of them vermin.
You gotta go.
Who are you?
Murdering bastard!
Yeah.
That's what you do with leeches.
What do you want?
They take your blood. I'm gonna feast on you.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name?
That'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
Oh, the sun's out. Uh-oh. Oh, shit just got railed.
It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Alright, I need to vacate.
I need to find somewhere to hide.
Let me
shit.
go!
Uh-oh. 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 Oh, I get sprint. Cool.
That's what you do with leeches.
Right. Oh, I've had enough of you. Can't get out. Oh, you gotta die. Survival at that point. How do I get in? Not trying to kill them. The sun's gonna kill me. Let's see. I can't go that way. Okay. Uh-oh.
It's locked.
Oh, now everything opens. Well, I had to kill them in order.
There? What is this place?
The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it to share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
So won't let me draw out my weapon outside of combat. Oh, so I'm the stereotypical vampire.
12 dreams for the Red Queen that sleeps under crown stone, that she might linger longer, her eyes as white as snow.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warriors hall. The child born from darkness must take scent of his power.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Hey, that's a that's a free cocktail there. Let's yeah, take the gun. That's good. But poke a straw on his fucking neck. Seriously.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
Ah, so he was a soldier.
No, it never got easy.
Alright. October, bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud sound in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. 16th of October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they were digging mass graves all around London. So it takes place in London. Safety measures apparently. Is there a new epidemic? Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry has been closed. There are no more jobs nearby. 19th of October, aka my birthday. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. It took me the whole day to come across things and to come back. Becky seemed better. I made soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills on the black market. We have no money left. Maybe I could go to the Pembroke Hotel tomorrow. It's not far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th of October. Betty threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She is so frail now, it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house to protect us from looters. 21st of October. The men with the mechanical shovel stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night as they were attacked. And now there were only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into a giant hole. The smell is terrible. We could have left this house a week ago, but Becky, she refused to leave. She'd rather die. She said with a nasty smile, "Why is she torturing me so?" 22nd of October. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the room. Now I hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. 23rd of October. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. But I was too afraid to open it. I just waiting for her to die now. It would not be long. I pray God it will end soon. 24th of October. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. What? I don't know why it logged out like that. 24th of October. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting in the armchair in the chimney. She was paying like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around town with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. 25th of October. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky is dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. Wow, it seems like that guy went through a roller coaster of emotions. But I imagine something like having a loved one turned would do something to that extent. What is this? Letters? Okay, there's a clock. Is Becky really dead? What's this?
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
So he's on a tale of revenge. That's cool, I suppose. actions are a little wonky. Oh, what's this new collectible? Fire and sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays of sunlight, but it hurts them good, really good. I have personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. At the end, only the dissected corpse remained, which started slowly regenerate, and when the sun disappeared behind the horizon, I cut its head off to finally destroy it. And when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast is a good way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Edric, Pre-Win Leader. Okay, so pretty much we're gathering like vampire lore. Okay. I want to make sure I explore this area really good. That way I don't miss any storyline related stuff. So far this game actually seems pretty good. Except I don't know if I get any negative karma for like the tutorial part. I imagine not, but I could be wrong. I mean, I did kill those guards. It kind of felt forced, really. Alright, so I suppose he could sleep.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Yeah, a nightmare where you become like really strong and devilishly good looking.
Rational thinking only.
Is that it? From here to eternity. I guess the bullet didn't kill him. Thought as much. Vampire lore. Why would a bullet kill him? Bullets would hurt vampires, but vampires regenerate. Oh yeah, you bled out, sir. You need some. Use some of that.
Madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Okay. Let's see. You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Well, that's what I have now. Oh, and I got Okay. Level 6 required. Okay. Oh, I gotta spend the points here. Okay, so I unlocked the aggressive tree. Throw a spear made of blood. That's cool. I like that shadow mist. That sounds cool. I think I'd rather deal with shadows than... Oh, it's 1,000. Let me see. Hold on. How much is this one? It's also 1,000. Oh, let me guess. It's close, medium. Oh, it's... Hard to say. Obviously, I do need to be able to defend myself. Place a cloud of shadows that at the target's feet are yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. I could use that in a defensive manner, I think. Well, sir, I think you have to...
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
You become something greater, sir. Just accept it. Alright, so... Oh, I do have...
Where is it? Look, it's closed.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
How do I leave? Is there another way out? Tear it down and then that'll be it. Oh, there's a way out. Oh, I didn't notice that.
Here's the leech. Here!
Oh, I missed.
Spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward!
It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beasts.
Use stake. Okay.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Die, vermin! See that fancy clothes? This one's a tough.
vampires would die in running water. Join the ranks. Your king and country needs you. Join the British ranks and help brave lads at the front. Okay.
My
Music.
poor sister.
It's very ambient.
If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
Oh, please tell me Mary became a vampire.
It's locked.
Okay.
I cannot enter.
Yeah, you weren't invited in. Can I just... I'll get teleport.
The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it.
Yes.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Okay.
What will London have to say to me?
I'm not sure if you want to find out,
It's
sir.
locked. I've so many questions unanswered.
Considering the reception you're getting, I would imagine not good things.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum?
I'm telling you, just put a straw to his fucking neck. Call it good.
The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Yo, just whip out a straw. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna
Where
go
has
running
everyone
around
gone?
other people's house. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it's like the crafting. That's cool. Can use this. Oh, I have some items. Can cure a sick citizen during a dialogue. Anemia. Well, sure, anemia would be a problem. I don't think I can make anything yet. But I imagine he has some vampiric knowledge. I didn't get hurt. Oh, what's this? Common handle part, common trigger part. Junk there. Go out right now. Should I just fall down?
That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life. Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
You sound like...
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
That's like a stupid question.
Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Yeah. Let's do that.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. well dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business, you hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Huh. Wow. The timing of that is amazing
I just want to
considering
talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
we are
I'll
covered
best
in
check on
blood.
them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now, Mum.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Alright, it's pretty interesting that
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself! I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here, too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I am performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docs have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor? That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin, his hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Alright, so... Alright, so social circle. Okay. Tom wants 3 healthy. Oh, so this is like an investigation game. Okay. Talk to Tom.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Damn. He straight dominated him.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William. Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Alright, so we inspect the boats.
Damn it. I think drink no longer stirs me.
Alright, so... Yeah, this is very much like Vampire the Masquerade. In fact, I'm sure someone's already created like a campaign based around this This game alone. This would make for a fun setting, actually. 1980 Spanish, 1918 Spanish flu, London. Yeah, that'd be a. There's so much lore you could build off of there. Oh, this boat's over there. How do I reach it? Oh, I have to go around. Turquoise turtle. That's where it was, right?
Time to get out of this bullshit mess. No.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can.
Where can I go?
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city.
Hey there, buddy.
The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim.
Oh, he might turn into a vampire.
This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
I'm gonna examine the note first. So we got a note? What does this note say? Alright, shelter key, bloody diary. Turquoise turtle pub. Can't do that teleport thingy right now. Oh, rest to evolve. Wait, how can I rest to evolve? Okay, the person got the kill. Oh, so I need to go up and over. Okay. That's awesome. Take this off. like that it's just a simple map with the icon and not highly detailed. The simpler the map is, it's easier to follow. I'll give it that. I will give it that. Kind of feel the
It's locked, all right.
Alright, you're not getting through there. It's okay though, I don't need to. Okay, that's the harbor.
It's locked.
Okay. I'm about to bust into there. That does not even give me an open option. Let's retrace steps.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this.
Follow the blood trail from the pier. Alright, it's not obvious to me where to go. Which is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. But bloody footprints showing that it went that way. Oh, there we go. The footprints were kind of misleading. Okay. Hunter resistances. Oh, is that?
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
Oh, that wasn't. Oh, I just killed a
You ever know McCullum to be wrong about anything?
Right. No time I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy.
Three spot enemies display their enemy cards. Orange indicates a medium resistance, red indicates a high resistance.
Man says a bloodsucker's dug in here. You've got one job, and that's to find it. And find it fast.
It's fair enough, Tom. But why do they
sneak.
where it's so damn cold?
What's this? Screw, aluminum powder.
I like their screams when you burn them alive. We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Trying to avoid killing.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
Oh, there we go.
I like their screams when you burn them alive.
Sure you do. I'm sure you do. Oh, it's a safe house. Okay. So let's see, can I do anything? Anything, let's see. Anything I can upgrade? I don't think I can upgrade anything yet. I could probably sleep though, just to evolve. $725. $1,300 for that. Fast regeneration. Increase your life regeneration when using bite in combat. Yeah, let's use that. Alright, and then increase my health, increase my stamina. I think think that would be a big one. Yeah, let's increase that so I don't go frenzied. I like to minimize the amount of victims if possible. Coagulation. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Okay. Factorian. Yeah, I just need to follow the trail. Oh, can I? Yeah, vampire rats. Hell yeah.
Thirst for blood.
Yeah, let's make some vampire rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hell yeah.
This is despicable.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy. This place reeks of bloodshed.
Damn.
Not again. William, please stop. Just a sip, I promise. You are my dearest friend. You're my last and dearest friend.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well. Another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
So we're getting a blood sample.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
No, he's equivalent to like a Nosferatu. Now, the idea behind Vampire the Masquerade is to keep mankind out of the masquerade and keep the masquerade going. And what the masquerade is basically the free dwelling of vampire society within human society. Board the boat.
It's locked, all right.
That fight really took the wind out of my sails. Oh, let me heal. There we go. Stop that panning. There's not much else. It was a good, clean fight. Yeah, it was a good, clean fight in, but
I cannot enter.
is this what I'm looking for? No. Tori said there's a clue. I'm looking for a clue, but I don't see a clue. Maybe I'm mishearing things. I'll just talk. I mean, I was just examining the vampire body and that was it.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Okay, wow. I like this. It's like a combination of an RPG and The Walking Dead. The mechanics of it are very interesting.
Beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Sean Hampton. So they're level 6.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, dry it all.
No, I'm gonna enter Pinbrook. I will turn away from temptation. Oh, you know what? I might wind up biting the doctor.
It's locked.
My name's Craig Cox. It's not my day to die.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
Want me to pray into the shadows? No, I don't want. It's not allowing me to release them.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
I'm at a hospital filled with blood. I'll find another route. Oh.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Medical check-up, mesmerized.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Goodbye, Milton.
Alright, I want to learn more about Milton. Seems to have some information.
Another night of the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Come on, don't be ridiculous, dear colleague.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
So let me see. I guess what do you think about Dr. Tibbets? Think that'll work?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Hint required. Got a new hint there.
Goodbye, Milton.
What's this? Our city needs you. Any life saved by the efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the heart of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make the difference. Believe
Dr.
me,
Swansea is right.
Volunteers
seems perfect to conduct my research.
Volunteers makes the whole shebang work. I mean, can't seem to check blood levels.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
There we go.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Wow, we could say get a grip. The Spanish flu won't last forever.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
That's a good point considering 2020. But I think Corona will eventually be defeated.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
We're finding cures and we are finding a way. I don't think there'll be Corona by the time 2022 hits. I think it'll be done in like 2 years. At max.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Great. Personal questions. Oh, no, that's it.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Oh, this is very nice. I like the style.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival
You have a brother named Dan?
in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Jealousy will not do you any good. You better change your tone with me. No need for
There is
such
no
animosity.
need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Okay.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this...
I know we...
Oh,
there is no need...
that is...
Alright. So I think we go back. Personal.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Is our main weapon. I have saved.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Yeah, is everyone an NPC?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Wow. Oh, I've already talked to you.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
Oh, that was close. Oh, I can mesmerize him if I wanted to.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Ackroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay. Pembroke Hospital. My dear children, sorry I did not write you before. It hurts like hell. Write these few words on bloody paper. Daddy will go to the hospital as soon as doctors fix the arm. In the meantime, if you need something, they'll see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you're Harvey Fiddick's children. Remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with the mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask about the new Bob. He won't refuse to spare you of you. I'm sorry I can't work any more for now, but we'll figure something out as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm, Oh, he's continuing his letter.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
You seem worried about the safety of your family. And it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother,
Damn.
if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army.
Why is he dying? You know?
For the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
Oh, damn.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
All right.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Okay. Wow. That's actually really cool. Wait, is there another doctor?
As for me...
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning blood transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me. I am honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd's aversion to modern medical methods?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded. Dr. Swansea taught me that science is about exploring uncharted territory. I'm convinced that's true.
With the influenza and all that's going on, you should put your differences aside, don't you think? Why is it so difficult to work together?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd had been the one to discover the transfusion process, he would be the first to recommend its use.
So you believe it's just a question of jealousy and pride?
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud as he is blinded by his obsolete concept of medical science.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival...
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True.
Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. We're not smiling now.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time. You seem quite optimistic.
I'm convinced.
Questions rem-
True.
Please, could you tell me something about...
I'm a great
Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a
I beg...
I'd rather not.
As long as you...
You're not the first.
What made you choose to...
I'm not a
It's all...
This epidemic.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him? Or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Aykroyd's behavior, a man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears. Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
Tell me more about the death of your...
1950.
What happened?
The German...
Okay, did it.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
It ain't really lead to anything prevalent. It says... Hospital full. Please go back home. Oh, I actually have a reflection, but it's a shadow.
My sweet girl.
We go back out and dominate that guy. Oh, where is he? He's not there anymore. I don't see him anymore. Guess homie pieced out. That's fine. For you.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Soldier, do you need assistance?
I'm fine. Just do something for this pain, will you? That's all I'm asking.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
You disgust.
Oh,
street corner.
his abs are clipping through the clothes.
Routine.
It would have been better just to design it.
Good evening, miss.
Clothes as
I'm
a
Dr.
texture.
Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Jesus, curry. That's funny.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh, that's cool. I'm sort of like mapping out who's who. Prevent disease. Do not cough in public. Careless spitting, sneezing, spread influenza. Spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. Wow. If this game isn't a reflection of Corona, I don't know what is.
Fear and disgust on every street.
This game was made this year or last year. I think it's just like a happy coincidence. I really like this. I like the fact that you could go around and gather clues. I really get into that.
Not now.
When? Wait, there's an unknown. I need to find the unknowns.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Article on Ekans. It's a rare opportunity, almost a privilege, to approach a vampire to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekin as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and they can react quicker than any immortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I've seen a vampire move so quickly it's almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. A human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only supernatural speed. For me, it is like a cat-like attribute which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. This is one of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy, is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter subject mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture the target psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master and the result in vitally one subject to another. They plant a false memory, erase a painful one. The possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them. And as vampires crave blood, they must use their will to restrain themselves from frenzied drinking every drop of blood that they see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger and thirst. This urge, this need of blood may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind them, since the smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around him, even warm bodies through walls and supposedly clean weapon, etc. Same vampire told me that even he has a mortal as clean. If a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have many medical applications and almost beggars belief.
It's locked, all right.
Small bottle. Huh. Okay. Maybe I can make Molotovs with that.
They belong to you now.
Going outside. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a homie on the outside. Let's meet up. Yeah, there we are.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana. Pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean? You used to be a doctor. Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidami.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Codeine, opium. Huh.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I will see you later. How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'll let you get some rest then.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I never could keep anything from her.
Time has lost its effect on me.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
I cannot enter.
There again.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
I will see you later. How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I will not let you down, my boy.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna call this good. Alright, so Like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Keep it awesome. Let's get it cracking. I'll see you guys on the next video. Sorry I was quiet this whole time. There's a lot of dialogue here, so I didn't want to like talk over the dialogue. So I decided to just sort of chill and just let the dialogue play. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.